my name is Kristen McDonald in Java 2, term 1308, and this is my reflection video for week 1. For the first project, I created an app that, in theory, is supposed to give the user title predictions and those updates. My thoughts on async tasks versus services: I don't really have an opinion at the moment because I just really don't understand it. As far as I can tell, async is better for the fetching and processing of the data when basically if you click a button, you press the button to get the info, but it's inefficient. I know it's faster to use it, and then it'll run once, it'll return your info, and then it'll be finished, but if the app is continually doing something in the background, it's probably better to just use services. But that's about as far as I know. I didn't get that far this week. The lessons this week affirm my frustration with Java. I really haven't caught on yet. It hasn't clicked. When I look at it, it's foreign. If I could do anything different this week, I would use my time differently. I started off my project. I would have started it off basically to meet the requirements, but what I did was I went back to the older Java videos with the thought that I will build a foundation and then I will tweak it to meet the project requirements as we went, but there just wasn't enough time, and I don't know why. Thinking about it now, I thought that was a good idea, but it wasn't. But so yeah, I would use my time a lot differently. A few things I could use clarification on: basically the services, the CRUD portion, everything really. I had problems, which surprised me this time, drilling down to get the JSON data. At least I think that's what it is. And I left you some information as well. But here is my base URL, and I'm having issues with it because when it shows, when I enter information in, it does show the correct URL, but it doesn't give the query information, which I found odd. So I left you some notes. Here is basically the code, and I'll also I'll go ahead and run the project as well. So give us time to run that. So because I didn't get a chance to use my XML layout, here I am setting out the layout, entering your city. I can show you here. It shows here. Oh, also it shows the network connection. Right now I don't have any history. I'm not even sure if it's writing at the moment because I haven't gotten that far. Selected favorites. If you go to the favorites and use Seattle, it will show that Seattle is the favorite. It does not delete it at the moment. So these are basically just the display. And then we get into where I'm creating the API URL. As I said again, and I actually had some comments for you, and I'm not sure what happened to them. But also there is more down here. Well, I'm pretty sure that here, and I'll go ahead and just enter so you can see. So I'm going to enter in a city and press go. And so it does show that I entered in Seattle, and I clicked it, and it's Seattle, and it returns the URL, and it's the correct URL. But then I get this URL string response, URL response error, and a JSON exception. So it's catching, and I know that it's probably, oh, here's my notes that I left you. It's probably somewhere around in here, but basically this is the information where I'm trying to drill down into the JSON. Let's see, this is the tie display information. Click on that. Sorry, it's slow. This video is going to be long. That's not fun for anyone. Okay. So in here, I am setting up a display. I'm creating the columns here, adding the views to my display. I know I'm doing that wrong, but basically setting up the labels for them. And that is here for the date and time, the location, the swell, which is the height basically of the waves, and then the tidal prediction itself. The data file where I'm supposed to be basically creating history, it seems like it's working, but I'm not getting, I'm getting that first error, but nothing else that I really know what to do with. It seems to be working. I'm not getting, it's not shutting off the app as I run it. So it's not shutting down as I run it. I'm not really sure what's going on. But I am getting this error here with file not found. But when I do the read error, it is showing. So I'm not sure what's going on. The location display basically for this area, this is my favorites that I'm populating in a drop-down menu or a spinner. It's showing the buttons here for add and delete. And I'm setting up a list down here as well. And here are my favorites.